Good morning, dear children. So, today we will be doing the last chapter of First Flight, that is the proposal by Anton Chekhov. So, here's the introduction of the chapter. The play was originally titled A Marriage Proposal, written by Russian writer Anton Chekhov. He displays how the rich want to marry their children into other wealthy families with the aim of enhancing their wealth. Today, also, you can see such thing happening. The wealthy people are marrying their children into other wealthy family just to extend their empire, you can say, or to just increase their wealth. The characters are quarrelsome and often end up fighting over trivial matters. Still, they remember the marriage proposal, which will bestow monetary gains and finalize the wedding amidst the fighting. So the characters in the mono act, this is a mono act. So the characters of the play are Stefan Stepanovich Chubukov, he is a landowner. Natalia Stepanova, his daughter, she is 25 years of age. Ivan Vasilovich Lomov, his neighbor of Chubukov's, he is a large and hearty but very suspicious landowner. This act starts when Lomov enters his neighbor Chubukov's house in neatly dressed up attire. He is very formally dressed up. Chibukov is in great curiosity, so usually the neighbors they don't go to their neighbor's house until there is an occasion in a formally dressed clothes. So he is very surprised to see him dressed up like that, and out of curiosity he just asks him what is the occasion, why he is dressed like this. Lomov reveals that he has come to make a request. Chibuko assumes that he has come to him to borrow money, which he did not want to give him. So he just assumes that he might have come to borrow some money and he was not willing to give him any money. When Lomov reveals that he has come to ask for Chubukov's daughter, Natalia's hand in marriage, Chubukov fills with excitement and leaves to call Natalia. Leaves means he leaves the stage to go and call Natalia. So here is a short introduction, brief introduction about Lomov. Lomov is a 35-year-old gentleman who suffers from palpitations and gets upset very easily, and he is not able to sleep properly also. He thinks that it is the right age for him to marry and was happy that he has chosen Natalia. He is quite happy that he has chosen Natalia. He believes that Natalia is an average looking as well as an honest caretaker. So, according to Lomov, Natalia is not very beautiful. She is just an average looking girl, but she is a very good homemaker. Once Natalia arrives, Lomov initiates a conversation about the cordial terms of both the families and it speaks about his land. He somehow mentions Oxen Meadows, which earlier was a disputed property but is now his. So when Natalia arrives, he starts his conversation just telling her about the cordial relation both the families are having since long time, since ages. And then he speaks about the oxen meadow. Oxen meadows is an open field. So he just talks about an oxen meadow which once was a very disputed property, but now that particular land belongs to Lomov. Natalia was in the perception that Oxen Meadows belongs to her family. But according to Natalia, she was in a perception, according to her, Oxen Meadows belongs to her family. Both enters into a heated discussion and act childishly, and Chubukov's entry made it more heated. So when Chubukov enters, the their conversation, or we can say the debate about the meadows, went to another level. It got heated up. They shout and scream while Lomov suffers from extreme palpitation and a numb foot. Earlier, also, it is in the starting slide, it is said that Lomov suffers from palpitation. So, whenever such kind of thing happens, his heart starts beating faster and his foot becomes numb. They throw Lomov out of the house and continue abusing him. When Lomov was not agreeing that the oxen widows or the birch widows belongs to the Chobukovs, they finally throw him out of the house, asking him not to step again in the house and continue. Though he has left, but they kept on abusing Lomov. While defaming him, Chubukov accidentally reveals that he had come with a wedding proposal for Natalia. See, before that, Natalia was not aware that Lomov has come to his house to propose her for the marriage. So while they were abusing Lomov, accidentally Chubukov, his father, just reveals that Lomov has come for the marriage proposal. And when Natalia, she comes to know about this, she is filled with surprise, and then she regrets that she has sent him out of the house and asked his dad to call Lomov back. She tells her father to bring him back, and Chubukov banned himself for being the father of a young daughter. So Chubukov start cursing himself and says that he must die, he should cut his throat, he should kill himself. He really banned himself for being Natalia's father. When Lomov returns, Natalia tried to deviate the topic by having a word about shooting. So when finally Lomov arrives, she just want to deviate his attention from that oxen meadows and birch widows. So she just started talking to him about shooting. Little later, they entered into a debate on their dogs. See, in the starting only said they just fight on the very petty issues. They are very quarrelsome. They gets into fight very easily. So now they started their debates on their dog, whose dog is better. Natalia strongly believes that her dog Squeezer was better in comparison to Lomov's guess. They continue arguing when Chubukov enters the scene only to make things worse again. So the same thing happened again. Lomov and Natalia, they are already into a debate, and then the entry of Chubukov makes it more heated. Everyone gets hyper and Lomov finally falls because of palpitation. Again, the same breathing problem starts. The cursing continues when suddenly Natalia noticed that he was unconscious. So both Lomov and Chubukovs, they were cursing each other, and suddenly Natalia sees that Lomov has become unconscious. As they find him unable to drink water, so they just gave him water, but he was unable to drink water. They declare him dead. So both father and daughter, they just declared him dead because he was not accepting the water given by them. After a while, Lomo moves a bit. They gives him some water to drink, and Chibuko forcefully hands over Natalia's hands to him, gives his blessings, and asks them to kiss each other. So still Lomov is not in conscious. So when he regains consciousness, after regaining consciousness, Lomov expresses his excitement and kisses Natalia's hands. Natalia, being childish as she is, manipulates him into accepting that Squeezer is better than Guess. So when Lomov kisses Natalia's hand, she takes it that Lomov is accepting that Squeezer is better than Guess. But Lomov, being adamant, refused to accept this, and the quarreling continues. But Lomov was not ready to accept that Natalia's dog is better than his dog. This act play displays the greed of rich families to marry their children into other wealthy families with the purpose of enhancing their wealth. So this one act play just shows that how the rich people, they just marry their children to another wealthy family to increase their empire, to increase their wealth. See, this you can see everywhere in all the high profile societies. Such things are happening. The people are just marrying There, we never see a very rich girl going into a poor family, or a boy from a poor family gets married into a very rich family. It hardly happens. It rarely it happens. So this is all the play about. Once again, I would like to repeat, my dear children, that please don't just go through the summary. Read each and every line of the chapter. You have to be very, very thorough with it, because there will be 50% of the questions will be objective. So, for answering the objective questions, you have to be very, very thorough with your chapter. So please kindly go through the chapter, read the chapter properly. Till then, have a great day. Bye bye.